And welcome back, everyone, to the Pocket Dragon Pub for episode 2, or rather, the next episode of Weal or Woe Fantasy. It's not episode 2 anymore. We're like in episode 10 or something. I lost count. I've been editing for so long. Anyway, so welcome back to Weal or Woe Fantasy. We are going to play our Barkeep's Choice tonight from the last episode of Weal or Woe. In the last episode of Weal or Woe, we reviewed 3 fabulous games. We reviewed Icon, we reviewed Cairn, and we reviewed 13th Age. All 3 of those games are lovely and wonderful. We highly encourage you to try each of them. Our favorite of the bunch, our Barkeep's favorite, was actually 13th Age. We loved the game. We loved the fact that it's D&D adjacent, but kind of smooths out a couple of the areas that we wish were smoother in our D&D games, and it gives you an overall really fun fantasy experience. For tonight, my name is Vixie Belle, and I am your friendly neighborhood player at the table. I will not be GMing tonight. The plot thickens. And my 2 guest barkeeps, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and we'll talk about who's GMing.
And hello, everyone. My name is Winter. I am an aspiring game designer, a longtime TTRPG enthusiast and player. You cannot find me on social media. However, if you want to keep up with the group I work with, Cybernetic Coven, we're an international artist collective that has a focus on tabletop role-playing games. You can find us at cyberneticcoven.com, as well as on Twitter at the handle at cybercovenart.
Awesome. Yes, and these are our 2 wonderful guest barkeeps. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And our guest GM for the evening will be none other than Winter. I'm so excited to have you GM 13th Age.
Wait, I'm running a game? No one told me
Surprise!
Okay, well, luckily I came prepared, and I just happened to find this 13th Age one-shot sitting on my desktop, so I am good to go. Woo! Really wish I would have had an update, but it's fine.
It's okay. It'll be fine. We're fine. It's gonna be great. Yeah. All right. So, y'all ready to play a game?
Yeah, let's go.
Woo!
Well, all right. Before we hop into tonight's game, why don't we introduce our dramatis personae, the characters that we will be embodying this evening.
I will be playing the wonderful Orion, who is a forest guardian forgeborn, protector of the forest in the ploy, shall we say, of the High Druid. They are very committed to their job, and are very at one with nature. I guess is a good way to say it.
Well, all right then. So to open the scene, let's first figure out where your icons and your relationships, if they're going to be having an impact on tonight's game.
Okay.
So in 13th Age, when you make your character, you choose to form relationships with one of these several icons in your setting. Icons are powerful, notable NPCs, like the world shapers, the top dogs, if you would. So in this case, in the default setting of 13th Age, you have things like the Emperor, who rules over the human kingdom, the Archdruid, like Orion has pledged his services to, who is the most powerful druid in the world and commands and oversees the forest. Characters like that have that high prestige. So each of our player characters have some relationships. And what I'm going to ask you all to do is roll each of your relationship die. Tell me which ones come up as a 5 or a 6. Tell me which ones come up as a 5 or a 6, and what relationship that corresponds to.
Which die?
It is a D6.
It's a D6. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, that's a 4.
Now, if you have multiple dice committed to a single relationship, you roll that many times.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I got a 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you get
I
any?
think I have 1 die for each relationship, so I just rolled 3 times. Let me.
2
Yep.
6s.
Ooh, 2 6s.
For
I'm
different
writing them
people.
somewhere.
Ooh.
Just to make it more complicated.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. And then the last one. Come on, baby. All right. So I get a 4, a 4, a 4, a 2, and a 2.
Okay, so none of Vixie's relationships will be coming up this evening. What about you, Katelyn?
So I rolled for the Elf Queen, I rolled a 1, a 3, and a 6. And then for the Shadow Prince, I rolled a 6.
Nice.
And what are those relationships positive, negative, or mutual?
Me and the Elf Queen are way tight. I got a +3 with the Elf Queen. Me and the Prince of Shadows, not so much, is a -1. So I'm like on the radar, but not like suspect number 1, maybe.
I see. Well then, as you did roll a 6 with that relationship to the Elf Queen, so set the stage as thus. Orion, sorry, what was your character's name, Katelyn?
Celia?
Celia. So Celia and Orion find themselves in a cart, being pulled by not the best 2 mules in the world, but they were what you could afford at the time. Traveling through the forest as the sun sets behind gathering storm clouds. Celia, in your pocket, on your person, you have a letter you have received from an anonymous source that simply says, "Come find me in Candlewood."
Ooh.
With a very familiar scrawl where the signature would be.
Oh, good.
And you know exactly who that signature belongs to.
Do I now?
You do.
Who is it?
It is not the Elf Queen.
Okay, cool.
Now, fortunately for you, the Elf Queen has provided you with this cart. It has provided you with, up to a point, a guard to lead you toward Candlewood. This guard is currently the one staging the cart.
Cool.
And as the clouds gather and as the sun sets, you see in the distance a small town in a clearing in the woods.
Oh my.
Candlewood.
Whew.
I'm going to ask each of you to roll me wisdom.
Okay. First roll.
Oh
for you.
no!
Let's go.
-1 to wisdom.
Now, Vic, Orion, what? Could you let me know what your character's backgrounds are?
My character's backgrounds are he is a forest guardian and an apothecary.
Oh, okay.
And then I have a +2 to +2, I think, or is it a +5?
It's
Because I have mod plus level.
yeah. So it's your modifier plus level. Yes.
Cool. It's a big 6.
Oh,
I
that's
rolled
pretty-
1.
You rolled a 1.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, I was going to say you could apply your background to Forest Guardian. So in 13 Fates, there are no set skill lists like you might be used to in D&D 5e. How it works is the GM will ask for ability checks. They're called skill checks in the game, but they're effectively ability checks you're rolling against with your just stats. However, if you have a relevant background, background is just an aspect of your character, a profession, a hobby, something about them that you have assigned points into, you can add that bonus to your roll. So for example, because Orion is a forest guardian, they're traveling through the forest, and this is a check to notice something that is about to happen in the forest, Orion would add their forest guardian background. Unfortunately, Orion rolled a 1, and this game does have critical failures, so we'll see what happens to Orion.
So I can't make it an 11?
You cannot make it an 11, no.
Boo.
Celia, what are your backgrounds?
My backgrounds are aristocratic noble and magecraft, and I have 5 in both because I took the feature further backgrounding, which allowed me to put more points into my backgrounds.
Ah, excellent. Unfortunately, neither of them are going to be relevant for this role, so it's just going to be your wisdom.
Yeah, I got a 15 though. It was a -1.
All right, a 15. So Orion, it is a delightful day in the forest. Everything is right with the world. You hear the sounds of scurrying, scurrying animals, nothing out of the ordinary, birds flying, squirrels, etc. Celine? No, not Celine. I will never get your character.
Celia.
So Celia, you notice those sounds of the scurrying. You see where they're coming from.
Okay.
You see there are rats.
Okay, first problem, I don't like rats. That's gross.
Yes. There are rats. There are more rats than you would expect.
Oh my.
Just, you expect animals in the forest. You expect squirrels, you expect rabbits. You don't see any of those. But you see just a large number in the tree line, on the trees, scurrying through the grass, alongside the tracks. Beady red eyes.
Hey, Orion, do rats normally do that? Whole thing that they're doing, you see they're in the trees and they seem to be staring at us with their disgusting eyes.
There's a slight click of bark and stone as Orion's robotic head turns from side to side to observe this. Because I rolled a natural 1, I feel compelled to ask if said forage-born realizes that this is not a normal pattern for rats.
So, if it has been a normal failure, Celia pointing that out to them would probably alert you that something's normal. Unfortunately, you're just you're vibing. You're too. Something in your latest potion went a little silly.
Yeah, okay.
You are so chill right now.
I was wondering if I could maybe apply my nature sense to this, because I have a little thingy. I have my unique thing is nature sense.
Your unique thing is nature sense. You get a distinct. You do feel unsettled as you think about it. As Celia points out the rats, your logical mind is thinking, nah, it's cool. We're good. But something deep in your core kind of rumbles. Okay. The kind of feeling you get of an oncoming storm.
So I guess the response to you is I do not understand what you mean, but this does not seem normal for this type of species.
I didn't think so, I didn't think so, but I don't spend a lot of time with rats, so how would I know? God, excuse me, God.
And so the individual driving the cart is a broad-shouldered, wearing armor, so like that bears the signal of the Elf Queen. Just turns back. Oh, you see the rats too, then?
Oh yes, I do indeed see the rats. Perhaps we should make haste, or I feel as though we are on the menu for a bunch of disgusting little rats, and if they touch me, I will scream so loud.
Generally, rats like this run when there is natural disaster on the horizon. We are much more likely to be killed by some kind of impending natural doom, such as an earthquake or a storm of some kind. You don't have to worry about being eaten by rats.
You are always such a comfort in our times of need.
I pride myself on my optimism.
Like Orion said, so rats don't really eat people, Okay. Now, there's a lot of them. I will, he crushes the mules and they kind of put a little kick in their step, but he seems pretty unperturbed with the rats.
Did we smoke the same shrooms? Is that what happened?
As an aristocratic noble, I might know ways of which magical beings might spy on each other. Mm-hmm. Would this possibly be a tactic? Or was there a way I can check to see if this may be a tactic of us being watched?
Give me so I'm going to use your magecraft background that makes a bit more sense, because if there's something magical that would make more sense, go ahead and roll me intelligence, and you can apply your magecraft background.
Okay. And I can apply my magecraft, you said?
Yeah.
I got a 16.
Okay. So there's magic.
This magic.
The rats
in the air.
So you sense that the rats aren't rats per se.
Oh.
There's probably some rats amongst them, but there's some sort of spell occurring to either make it seem like there's more rats or to control the rats in some weird way so that they move to make themselves look like there's more of them. Basically, the rats are in some way ensorcelled. This is not a natural occurring of hundreds of rats in the woods following your cart. But you do know it is some form of magic and some form of... It's not demonic magic, but it's certainly some kind of weird taboo stuff going on.
Okay. I think Celia pulls her skirts up a little bit to make sure they're not brushing up against the ground at all. And shifts her feet a bit. And this is probably the most disgusting thing that's happened to me in at least a fortnight. So I don't quite know what to do.
Are the rats bothering you?
Yes, extremely so.
I mean, directly, are they attempting to get on your person?
Do they appear like they are getting closer to us?
So at first you just kind of saw them off in the tree line doing rat stuff. As you've been talking, as you've been traveling, they've kind of started to converge around your cart.
Chrissy, wake up.
They're kind of surrounding and they're jumping on the wheels, then jumping off the wheels. It seems like they're just kind of harrying you and almost corralling you as opposed to jumping in and attacking you at the moment.
I do believe that they're trying to get us to go somewhere.
The guard. So the guard snaps the reins to try to stop the mules from moving. And you get there's alerts as the mules stop moving, and then there's a beat, and then the carriage keeps moving. As you see, the mules are not moving.
That's what I thought.
The mules are kind of not on the ground anymore, as they are kind of stumbling and tripping and being almost levitated about an inch or so off the ground, about the height of a rat body, along with the rest of the cart.
I think Orion looks down at what's happening, looks back and sees the mules moving but not moving, and then looks back at Celia and says,
I think your appointment would like you to be on time.
She's gripping her pack really tight, and she's like, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I hate rats.
I could tell your dislike from your attitude towards rats.
Thank you. I'm glad you could pick up on this. This is terrible.
So the guard draws a small sword. It's standing up on the cart now. He's moved down from where he'd be sitting on the cart and is now down with you with a sword out. So we do something about the rats? Do you want us to the elf queen told me I'm with you, so I'm cool just standing here. But if you want to smash some rats, we can.
If I think we are going where I think we're going, these are our escorts.
It would not be prudent to upset the person who summoned you, no. Even I know this, and I'm from the woods.
Oh, but I would love to just get rid of them. Oh my. Thank you, God. You are so kind, and you are doing your duty to the queen. Long may she reign.
Long may she reign.
Hashtag not my queen.
And so the cart continues on for a while. Either night has fallen or the clouds have gathered to the point that the sun is no longer visible. But you do see the fires of the town in the distance, fires through windows or torches. The town is not on fire.
This is fine. We're just entering the 7 rings of hell. We're suddenly in that Dante's Inferno. Amazing.
And you hear a soft sound cutting through the air. A slight It's barely audible over the sound of the chittering and the scraping and the creaking of everything going on with the rats crowd surfing this cart over them.
Uh-huh.
But it sounds like a soft, pleasant tune, as though played by some form of woodwind instrument.
Oh no. Katelyn knows what this is, I think. I don't know if Celia would.
And as you approach the town, you see that there is a large wooden gate surrounding Candle Cove. It opens for you, it opens for the rats. And on the other side of that gate, standing in the town square, there is a shrouded figure wearing a large cloak, a wide-brimmed hat, playing a sweet little melody on a flute.
Excuse me, sir, are these your rats? Please stop playing and answer my question, please.
And the carriage continues into the town square, and then is dropped as the rats part and scurry and fade into the darkness.
I think we've arrived at your appointment.
Yep, I think so too.
The figure plays.
I think that this is going to be bad.
The figure plays one final haunting note on the flute, and then looks up at you. Well, hello, Celia.
Hi. Hello.
The voice is not the Prince of Shadows.
That's a relief.
However, you can tell from the individual's outfit, the shrouded black clothes, the signet ring that marks them as an agent.
Uh-huh. I come on behalf of my queen and on behalf of this summons I received.
Orion's like helping her out of the cart, like so she can it's like you're saying this as you're like trying to get in front of him and talk to him. Places you down, dusts you off the shoulders, steps behind you, hands behind his back.
Yes, you received my summons on behalf of the prince.
Uh-huh. Yes, and this is Orion, they are my friend, and you will treat them with respect.
Oh, Orion and Celia, of course, with the most due respect.
And this is guard. He's a guard.
He's got a red shirt on.
So you point to where you thought the guard was. You no longer see the guard.
Oh, great! Amazing.
It's like a dust outline of where.
Just you look over and there's like a dotted outline of like a question mark.
Well, we had a guard, but it would seem that he has disappeared like the rats.
I believe he did serve his duty.
Fancy that. Well, you may call me Hamlin.
Hamlin.
Yes, I am a emissary of the prince, you could say.
Hamlin.
Yes.
Hamlin, why have you summoned us here?
Well, the prince has had his eye on you. Yes, he has. Ever since that little incident in Northshire.
I believe that there's a big misunderstanding happening here. That fire was started outside of the building, not inside.
Well, details. Regardless, he has taken notice of your activities. And, as his emissary, I have taken it upon myself to issue you a challenge on behalf of...
Like a challenge.
A little matching of wits, a little meeting of the minds, you see. The prince is occupied with other things. Bigger plans, bigger wheels, bigger schemes.
Cool. Fantastic. Wow. By the way, and she looks off into the distance and presses her hand to her ear for a second. There's a lot of screaming dead people here. What happened here?
I wasn't going to say anything, but so they're not screaming.
Oh no, they're making some sort of
You do hear so much chittering.
Oh God, they're the rats. You're the dead rats.
And you can tell they're dead because you do not sound like you can tell the difference between a dead person or dead thing speaking to you and a living thing speaking to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now you're used to dealing with ghosts.
Yep.
You don't necessarily deal with ghosts, but you kind of understand that the things you hear are ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
What you hear is like a ghost.
Okay.
But imagine a lot of them at the same time.
Good.
Oh, you can hear the Rat King.
The Rat King?
Oh, how intriguing.
Oh, I feel that this is important to note. Celia does not like rats. She feels that they are going to eat her, and this would be very bad. But I accept them as part of nature.
Ah, well, you see they are. Or that's the intention, at least. So I have made a contract with the Rat King. It's kind of one of my side hobbies. And I have brought it here to this town because it's also very hungry. You see the Rat King. Lots of mouths to feed.
Is it fair to assume we don't see any other people in this town?
You do not see any other people in this town.
Yeah.
So, and the Hamlin flicks the flute and points toward what looks like a tavern. This tavern has a bit of a rat problem.
Oh my God, are we going into a basement to kill rats?
In the basement of this tavern, I have is the location of the challenge I have issued for you.
Okay.
You go in, you run our little merry gauntlet, you play my little merry game. And if you come out alive, then I'll pass your good graces on to the Prince of Shadows. And I can assure you that the Prince respects those who I respect.
Hamlin, do you mind if I discuss this with my partner?
Oh, but of course.
Celia pulls you in kind of close, Orion is like, yeah. So I don't want to see what the heck a Rat King is. That sounds terrible. But I think if we don't do this, then the Prince of Shadows will kill us.
But the Prince of Shadows is not here. That is illogical. How can someone who is not here attempt to kill us both?
You're right. It is illogical. I should have been more clear. I think Hamlin will kill us in place of the Shadow King. Prince.
Don't worry. I'm not going to kill you. That's what the rats are for.
Okay. Well, all in all, are you okay with us doing this? These rats don't seem like they're working on, their own accord. Are you okay with all of this? Will your abilities with nature perhaps assist us?
I do not think these rats are natural based on the information provided by Hamlin. This is an odd name. He is named after ham but is not made of ham. I do not understand.
It's okay. I get it.
In any case, I believe that I am all right with this. I am your friend, and I will go through this with you as your friend.
She puts a hand on their shoulder and just kind of nods all right.
It's the robot equivalent of I got you, bestie.
I got you. I got my big friend here.
Yeah, he's 6'2".
Would it be all right if I called up my familiar before we went in? Okay, I call, claps her hands, and a little Tressum, a cat with wings, appears, and it just kind of sits lazily on her shoulder, and she's like, "Let's go."
I too have a creature that I wish to summon.
Oh yes, yours is much more useful.
Immediately summons bear.
I want to imagine that the bear has just been sleeping in the cart the entire time, and as soon as you call its name, it's kind of oh, I'm here now.
It like thugs behind him, like behind.
You're summoning your stand, and this is a bear.
Yes. So it's like, do you see this cute little teeny tiny cat? Fucking bear.
You have a lot of friends.
What
Yep.
can I say? We are very social.
I also have a lot of friends. Why don't you go meet them?
I think we're gonna do that. So you just hang right there, Hamlin, and if you see a guard wearing the symbol of the Elf Queen, please don't have your rats eat him. Or if you do, I mean, at least like tell him that we tried to save him.
Just goes back to playing his flute.
Okay.
I feel like there is a measure of hostility in Hamlin, not Ham.
Yes, I think you're right. And she marches towards the tavern.
Yep.
Follows.
She's like gripping her staff really tight, just like, hate this, hate this.
What exactly did you do to the Prince of Shadows?
He was having a gala in the city, and, you know, I drank a little too much, cast a little bit of burning hands here and there. You know how sorcerers get when they get a little imbibed. They love to show their skills. There was a wizard there who told me that he was better than me, and I wouldn't let that happen.
I do not know how sorcerers get, but I know how you get, and that probably was not wise.
And yeah, the wizard is one of his followers, and he's fine, but his clothes aren't. Anyway, it would be great to get this evil being off my back.
Let us see if we can accomplish this mission.
Whew.
So you enter the tavern. The tavern on the inside is a pretty simple affair. Wooden walls, wooden floor, tables, a bar with some kegs behind it. Nothing fancy, just something you'd expect from a small, quaint town such as this. Do the four of you, I assume the four of you simply enter?
Yep.
Enter the tavern. So you enter the tavern, and the door slams shut behind you.
That was expected.
I jump a little.
Yeah. As standing behind the door, as though hiding behind the door, waiting just to slam it behind you dramatically, is a rat standing, like a large person-sized rat, standing on its back hind legs. Just looks up at you. Does a little nose, little missile, and opens its mouth. Sharp, jagging teeth throughout. Red, beady eyes staring at you. Hi, I'm the first challenge!
Oh god.
And in a poof, there is now a pile of rats surrounding you.
I don't like the term pile of rats. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
And we're going to roll initiative.
Oh no!
So initiative is going to be D20.
D20.
And I believe it is your level plus your dexterity modifier.
Okay.
Plus any other bonuses.
That's a 21
Damn, okay.
for Orion. I got that natural one out of the way early.
I got a 18.
Okay. Let's see if I can actually pull up a die roll.
I rolled hot. I'm using my little mini dice.
Nice.
Very nice.
I always kind of want to eat, but I know I shouldn't.
One of these days, I'm gonna get the candy dice so I can just eat them.
Yeah, I want to do that in front of my D&D party without telling them.
Yes.
Like eating dice.
All right. So surrounding you there are three dire rat swarms.
Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this.
So they rolled. So we're not going to tell you what they rolled. They're going to go last. Just suffice to say, they're going last.
Cool.
So who rolled highest?
21 for
21.
Orion.
Okay, so that's going to be you, Orion. What would you and your bear like to do?
What is the action economy in 13th age?
So you have a movement.
Mhm.
You have a movement, a standard, and a quick.
A standard. Okay, so it's like a.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, 13th Aids does not have a hard grid-based movement. Doesn't measure things in feet or anything. What it does is it has a range proximity system. So you are either near. There's near you, far from you, and I believe very far from you.
Okay.
Because this tavern is just a normal tavern, you basically have near and far, and currently all of the rats are near to all of you.
Okay, great. So, couple of things. Does telling my companion to do something count as a standard or a quick action?
So your animal companion has a move and a standard.
Okay. So
on top of any, so you can attack and it can do its own stuff. It has its own actions.
Cool. Okay.
And
great.
because it is a bear, bear will go after you. So you'll take your turn, and then your bear will take its turn, and then we move on to the initiative order.
Okay. So I think that without missing a beat, Orion just takes his worm hammer off his back. He has like a big, pretty hefty war hammer. I'm imagining the hammer from, I'm imagining like a really wicked looking war hammer, and says, looks at you, Celia, and says, would you like me to smash?
Yep. Yes, please.
And we'll take like a sweeping swing at some of these rats to try to like kind of gather as much of them as he can in like this baseball sort of bat swing, and like smash them into a wall or whatever object is closest to meet the hammer.
All right. So that is going to be an attack roll, and you'll be using your strength for this.
Woo, let's go. Where's my strength? Where's my strength score? Strength score plus. Okay.
Yep. So you have your that, and I think you also add your level 2 attacks as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Level 2 attack, which I get a melee attack plus 6 versus AC is what it says on here.
Oh, okay. Right? I would say go off of that then.
Okay, so that's 17 to hit.
Okay, 17 to hit is probably good enough. There's rats. Yep, 17 versus AC will hit.
Okay. All right, so...
And what is your damage?
It's a D8, and this says 3... Well, this says 3 DW plus 2 on melee, but I don't know what that means.
So that means it is, if your weapon is a D8, that means you roll 3 D8, add them together, and add 2.
Cool, great.
You roll 1 damage die per level in 13th Aid, so you deal a lot of damage.
Nice.
In 13th
right.
Aid.
So that's a 1.
I like big numbers.
4, and I cannot lie. Okay, I didn't roll high. It's a 1, 3 for a 4, and a 2, so 6. Plus 2 is 8.
6 plus 2 is 8. Okay.
8 total points of damage.
So you bring your hammer down on a mob of rats. You don't enough of them scurry out of the way. You deal damage, and you manage to effectively knock out about 1/5 of the rats swarming.
Hey! All right. And then that means my bear goes next, right?
Now your bear goes. Yep, now your bear goes.
Can my bear... Well, I don't think intimidation is going to work because they're enchanted, right?
You can try it. You can see what happens.
I think I'm going to tell my companion to look back and say, tell the bear, whose name I have not come up with yet.
Bear.
Yeah, bear. I think I'm going to call it Ursa and say, Ursa, eliminate the rats. This is the objective.
Let's fucking go.
And I think Ursa's going to be told to essentially take a swing at the rats, similar to what Orion did.
Do you have Ursa's stats on you?
I do not.
Okay, I'll pull them.
I can find them.
They're at like the end of the ranger section.
Yay! I think I have them. Okay, then. Animal companion rules. A bear. It acts after the ranger. The bear gains temporary hit points equal to its level each time it hits with an attack.
Nice. And you're going to be looking at page 123 has their attack.
Okay. Base. He's a level 3 because I'm level 3, right?
He's level 2. Your animal companion is 1 level below you.
Okay. +7 versus AC. So it's +7 to attack for Ursa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a 17 + 7
Yeah,
for 24
That
to
that
hit.
will hit.
That's 2d6 damage.
Okay. What are we gonna roll?
French toast, my d6 rolled away. I dropped it. Ow. Oh god, okay, that's a 6 for the first one. So that's 9 points of damage. That's a 3 on the second one.
Okay. And you dealt it 8 damage, and this one, and this dealt it how much damage? Sorry. 9 for a total of 15 points of damage between the two of them. Okay, cool. So, I need to keep track of. I should probably keep track of these things' hit points. Why am I not doing that? I don't know. I need my notepad.
We just never defeat them. We all cry a little bit.
It's just an endless swarm of rats. Actually, that's the game. That's the game. It's just
the title of this episode is Celia's Personal Hell.
Okay, so so 15 total. So it's gonna be.
To be fair, Katelyn, do enjoy rats. I think they're very cute.
This is your rat appreciation post as we fight rats.
I need to do a disclaimer. I am a fan of rats.
So the first swarm of rats, you managed to scatter or splatter about half of the one swarm of rats. So if an enemy is at half health, it's considered staggered. This doesn't necessarily do anything in game terms, but some abilities get a benefit against staggered enemies. All right. Celia, do your stuff.
All right. First thing I got to do, I realized I should have done this in rolling initiative. I have a thing called Fey Heritage. 1 battle per day. When you roll initiative, you choose to invoke your Fey Heritage and you gain a racial power from another elven race. Since I'm a drow, if I get mine, I reroll.
Okay. You're choosing to do that now and not going to save it for another battle?
You're right. I'm going to wait.
Okay.
Never mind. I was just reminding you that I had that.
Yeah.
Instead, Celia steps forward and puts her hand, like thumb, finger, burning hands.
Burning hands.
We love burning hands.
Which is my charisma plus level.
Okay.
This is the thing that I love is that it's adjacent enough that we can say that stuff and like we understand.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And it's the target is up to 2 nearby enemies in a group. So if I can target like 2 groups.
You can target 2 groups of rats, yes.
Cool. That's wonderful. I got a 18.
That will hit. Go ahead and so you're gonna roll for both of them and then roll damage once.
Okay.
So you hit the first one.
Oh. A natural 20.
Okay, that is a crit.
A crit.
I don't know how crits work in this game. Give me a second to look that up.
No worries. While you do that, I'm going to find my dice that I need because it is since we are at 3rd level, I will be rolling 1d8.
This is very interesting to play, to say the least.
Okay, it is 1d8, yeah. Okay. So combat rules, damage, combat sequence.
And that's plus my charisma. Cool.
Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up.
I haven't thought about that sound in like eons.
Oh, I always think about it because I just think it's funny. Like it's so weird because I remember random clips because I've heard them on TikTok. So like the only reason I know the song Cupid is so dumb is because of TikTok.
Yep.
And then I went and listened to the song and loved it. And I was like, oh no, this is terrible.
So a crit is just double damage.
Okay.
So you're going to deal double. You're going to roll your damage once. The one that you crit will take double.
Okay. That's the second one. And so the first one will take 10 fire damage.
Cool. So the second one will take 20 fire damage.
Yes.
And I want to make sure that they don't have anything special against fire or ranged attacks.
And then I don't believe so. Just making sure at-will spells don't technically use spell slots, or is that like...
So spell slots don't exist.
Right.
If something is at will, you can at-will it.
Spam
if something is daily, you get it once per day.
Okay, cool.
And then I think you might even have things that are once per battle as well.
Yeah, I have one. I have like 1 or 2 ones per battle, and then I can maybe recharge things.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorcerer power.
So
Pow.
the first rat swarm looks both of those rat swarms look pretty terrible right now. You've scorched about a total of, see if I can do some quick math. It's 5 per swarm. You dealt 30 damage. So yeah, you did 30 damage. So that's 5 per swarm. Yeah, so you nuked like 6 rats total from this. You did a huge chunk of these swarms.
Good.
And so, and because it is a magical fire, you do not set the. Actually, you did crit. And so because you crit, I'm going to say that the area around you is on fire. It is controlled on fire because you control the effect. So the rats are going to take some extra damage at the start of their turn.
Love that.
As a bonus effect from the crit.
You see, that was what I was trying to do to show off to that wizard, and it just didn't go as planned.
The rule book specifies that GMs are encouraged to come up with cool, awesome, neat little things to reward crits as well on top of dealing double damage. So have fun in your games, just coming up with cool stuff for crits. Make players feel cool. That's what the point of this game is.
Yeah.
So the rats are going to go, and enough of them burn out that the one swarm is done. So you have one untouched rat swarm that is kind of looking in awe as it just watched about 8 rats just go up in flames in like 10 seconds. It's like, do we want to do? We doing this? We doing this, boys? Okay, cool. And as it moves in against you. Does your familiar have a turn or anything? Or what is your familiar?
No, my familiar is mostly for scouting purposes.
Gotcha.
Although I can just like tell it to move around, so it flies, and I'll turn to it and say, Milton, go check to make sure there are no more swarms and dark corners in this area, and he'll just kind of like fly off and look around with his cute little kitty eyes.
All right. So
it literally says in the description for like the magical, the wizard's companion familiar that they are useless in combat unless otherwise they have skills that make them useful, and I did not pick any of those skills.
Got it. So here comes some rat swarms. So there's a lot of rats. So there are 5. There are 6 total rats. So each of you are going to take 3 attacks.
Ooh.
That's how we're going to do that. So let's roll some dice. So against our ranger friend. What is your armor class?
My AC is 19.
Ooh, okay. All right, look at you.
Forgeborn, baby.
Rock on with your bad self. So we do get a +1 for each other rat engaged. So each one of these is going to be getting a +5.
I also have a feat called Toughness, but I don't know if that applies here.
Oh, do you know what toughness does?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It gives you more HP.
Does it? Okay. I think it might give me more
Remember
HP.
correctly.
So only one of these rats is going to be able to get a hit off on you, as the other rats, they try to gnaw at you and they just glance off of your stone and wood body. But one just managed to get a pretty decent chunk on you. You're going to be taking 4 ongoing damage.
4 ongoing damage. Okay.
Yes. As a rat bites you, it does not feel like a normal animal biting you. It feels like some form of magical thing. And you feel like this shadowy gunk start kind of flowing through you and start corroding you from the inside.
This is suboptimal for my operations.
What is your armor class, Katelyn?
It is a 16. Because it's 10 plus middle mod of con, whiz, or dex.
Yep.
Plus my level. Okay.
So you're going to be taking 4 ongoing damage twice.
Ooh!
My God.
This is not good for my functionality.
This is also suboptimal for you.
So how ongoing damage works is that at the end of your turn, you're going to roll a 20-sided die on an 11 or higher. You stop taking damage. Otherwise, the damage continues.
Oh.
Hate that.
I believe we're back up to your turn, Orion.
It is me. Hold on. I was trying to find out what toughness does. Toughness. Okay, hold on.
Is when we would roll to see if the ongoing damage, is that recovering or is that different?
No,
Okay.
that is doing your saves.
Okay.
So toughness is gain bonus HP equal to half your class baseline HP.
Okay, so you just have a lot of HP.
Yeah, I'm stacked with HP. Okay, so what was I gonna say? So it's my turn. I've got black ooze coming out of me. So it's at the end of my turn that I roll that D20, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
He looks down at the ooze coming off of his like bark stone exterior because he's made of like a combination of wood and stone, and the rat managed to sink his teeth into a wood bit rather than like breaking his face on stone because that would be stupid. So he's processing what to do. Let's change that instead of like he's processing what would be the most optimal thing to do in this situation. And he looks at Celia and says, "Your fire is very advantageous to this battle. Can you make more of it?
Yes.
Is there another spell you can use?"
Yes, I can definitely make more of that.
Very well then. I shall keep them distracted so you can make your spell. I'm sorry, I have a cat in the way here.
Your smashing is doing quite well as well.
I shall continue to smash with Ursa. And he takes his warhammer and takes another swing.
Yeah, we're swinging away. So
right.
is this going to be against the weakened rat swarm or the
The weakened one. He's going to try to finish this enemy. Fuck that.
Sir, finishing the fight.
Yes, I'm finishing this fight. Okay.
Oh, so also, quick note to everyone: the escalation die has gone up by 1. So you're gonna get a +1 bonus on all of your attacks.
Okay.
Yay! Okay.
Yeah. So how 13 Fates works is as there's an escalation die to D6. It starts at 0, and then from the second round onward, every round it ticks up, and players get that bonus on their attacks.
Ooh. Okay, so it's like as the heat of the battle builds up, we get like more into it.
Yep, it's basically a way to stop combat from dragging on, and eventually it's like, okay, eventually you're going to be hitting, and some characters have special abilities that they can use at specific instances of the escalation die.
Nifty.
That's cool.
Okay, I like that. What was I going to say? Okay, so +6 to attack with that +1 bonus makes it 7, which makes it a 19 to hit.
19 to hit is going to hit them.
Okay, so let me grab my D8 and start rolling. Rolling.
Okay.
All right, I'm petting my cat for good luck. Here we go.
Let's
1.
go, cat.
That is an 8. I rolled max damage on the first die. Woo! Thanks, buddy.
All right, that's the first
My
die.
little boy is my good luck charm. That's the second. Okay, second die is a 7. So that's 15 on the set so far.
Okay.
All right, last die. That's another 8. Yes! My cat got scared. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. I did not mean to scare you. That's 16 plus 7. That's 23 points of damage.
Yep, 23 plus...
What rats? There's just the memory of rats.
Actually, yeah, you've dealt enough damage. So you basically take your warhammer, and I imagine you just do like a big, like, full body swing in a circle with this damn thing. And
nice.
The rats just scatter through the flames. The force of your warhammer is so much it puts out the residual fire. So now you're surrounded by nothing but ash and dead rats.
Yes, and it's but it's one. It's only is that all the dead rats? Is that all the rats, or is it just?
I would say that's all the rats. You dealt so much overflow damage to the first enemy. I'm just like, I can go to the next one too. It's fine.
Can I flavor this then? Like,
please.
Okay, so you just see like the little loop thing happens for a moment as he thinks about the most objective things to do. He has this conversation with Celia and decides to smash and just you see like his little, you hear the click as he like powers up and goes to town on these rats. And when he's done, his eyes glow this brilliant green color, and he looks back at Celia and says, "Objective has been completed. There is no more threat of rats."
Thank you, Orion. That is, and thank you, Ursa. Thank you as well. That was disgusting and horrible. I turn back around. Is the big rat that was standing on 2 legs, is he still there?
No, the big rat that was standing there turned into the swarms of rats.
Oh, right.
But as you see the corpses and smattered remains of these rats, they start to twitch and jiggle a bit.
They should continue to move.
They congeal back onto themselves, and they form up into this column that kind of ovulates and squelches until you see what looks like a very mangled, very gnarled, absolutely fucked up big rat on 2 legs that looks at you with its beady red eyes and broken, mangled teeth. Congratulations, you beat the first challenge! And it shuffles dripping rat remains and fur towards the back of the tavern. It reaches into itself, pulls out a key, puts it in the door, opens it. You can continue onward now. Hooray!
Hooray! I need to get away from whatever the heck that is.
As they're walking, Orion turns to you and says, I do not think this tavern would pass the Food and Safety Drug Administration's inspection.
Oh, not by a millimeter.
What's a Food and Drug Administration? And it just explodes into recklessness.
I think it just explodes all over Orion. Like he happens to be as they're passing by, and that happens to block Celia from like bearing the full brunt of rat goop.
Oh no! Thank you, but oh my! I'll help you out get cleaned up after we're done here.
Orion looks at like all the shit dripping off of it.
And you look down through this door. It's just a simple staircase that leads down into what will just be the cellar.
Of course. Just a regular cellar where nothing's gonna happen. Don't worry about it.
Just a regular cellar where nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
Perhaps we should get a light.
Oh, I can cast dancing lights at will. It's something I get as a sorcerer.
Oh, cool.
Hold on, I'll read it. Hold on. Sorcerers can cast dancing lights as a standard action. Unlike wizard light cantrip, the sorcerer's dancing lights produce a number of varicolored light globes that bloom within 5 to 30 feet of the sorcerer every 2 or 5 seconds. So it's kind of like little fireworks. It's essentially like Jubilee powers.
Yeah.
But like little. I have very little control over its exact location.
So you cast your dancing lights, and you expect like a cool little like firework little display, what you're used to. So you cast your spell. The energy flows through as it normally does. But instead of the normal thing, there are 4 glowing rat skulls pop into appearance around you.
Oh!
And they glow with they kind of oscillate with different colors as they float there. And they clack their little jaws and their teeth.
This place is just not, this is wrong. And like the Tressum Milton starts like batting at one, and I'm like, stop that.
And they just kind of they form like a little conga line, and they just go like down the stairs, and they make a nice like they're lighting the way for you. They're doing what you want them to do. They're just really kind of weird.
They're just very upsetting.
Yeah, this is very upsetting.
I think that perhaps the Prince of Shadows is trying to irritate you.
I think you're right. And first of all, how dare he? The Queen will hear about this.
If we make it out alive, yes. But first we must focus on survival.
Yes. Let's get this is over with, and so we can go back to the Fae Court, and I will take a bath for at least 2 years, and we'll make sure you get washed up too.
Is it normal for someone of your kind to bathe for 2 years? Talking and walking, by the way.
No, I was being dramatic. You see, I was exaggerating. I'll probably just like curl up in the bathtub for like an hour or 2.
Yes, I would think that if you were in the bathtub for 2 years, you would look like a raisin.
Yes, that would happen, actually. And too much moisture is actually bad for the skin. I have a skincare routine, and she just kind of goes off about her dumb skincare routine.
Listen, and like Orion is listening with interest because this is not something that would ever occur to him at all because he's
What
a
is skin?
Forgeborn. We don't do skincare in this house. We don't need to.
So you make it down the stairs with the dancing rat skull lights lighting your way. As you get to the bottom, so from your standing where you were, it looked like normal staircase, basement. As soon as you get down the stairs and you look to your right, you notice the basement extends way longer than it has any right to. And you see along the sides there are like casks of ale and normal things you would expect, but it's almost like someone like copied and pasted it repeatedly. And it's like very obviously not how it's supposed to look. And at the end of this hallway, it's about like a 50-foot hallway. You see the guard.
Oh, hey!
His back is to you. He is seated in a chair, and it looks like he is obviously bound to this chair.
Hey.
Do I detect any signs of life?
Actually, as you get downstairs, like his head kind of like he can't turn his head back to look at you, but it kind of like points up, like he's trying to get. It's like, hi, hi. Yeah. So y'all got out of the cart, and then there was just rats everywhere, and now I'm in this chair. They're going on about some kind of challenge. They told me to say something. They said something like, "Yeah, welcome to the second challenge." That's what they told me to tell y'all. Yeah. Things are not what they seem. That's another thing they told me to tell you. Can you get me out of this chair?
Yeah. Guard, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Lagarde.
Oh, Lagarde, fear not. We will rescue you.
Oh, thank you. By the Empress, long may she, the Queen, long may she reign. I greatly appreciate it.
If things are not as they seem, are you really a guard? Perhaps you are not what you seem.
Go ahead and roll me wisdom, and you can go ahead and add your. You can add nature protector to this. This makes sense.
Nature. All right, nature. Okay, let's see. I can add. Well, isn't it nature? Nature sense would give me or forest guardian.
Forest guardian. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I was looking for a number, and I was like, that doesn't have a number. Fudge. Okay, that is. Let's see. What stat was I rolling? I'm sorry.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. So that's a +6 to wisdom.
Okay.
So that's 19 plus 5.
Okay, that's pretty.
So it's like in the 20s somewhere.
That's very, very high.
Yeah, it's super high.
So you aced it. So with your experience of being a forest protector, like some ranger tricks. Pit traps are very fun and common, and you can usually tell what a pit trap looks like because it doesn't quite match the forest floor. And as you're looking out of this hallway, you notice that the stone tiles that make up this floor bear a kind of weird resemblance of it looks like there'd be a pattern, and then the pattern breaks. And then the pattern continues, and then the pattern breaks. And you get the sneaking suspicions this reminds me of those pitfall traps we used to use guarding the forest.
Yes, okay.
And you rolled so high. So you're still going to have to do some weird acrobatics to get around them. But because you rolled high enough, I'm going to knock the DC down for the check.
Okay, all right. And I think that seeing this, Orion looks at Celia and says, things are not as they seem. Look at the floor. The patterns do not match. Therefore, we could very well be in danger trying to save this guard.
Yes, they should fire their interior designer. This is shoddy workmanship. It's a trap. It's a trap. Sorry. Yes, I get it now. I understand. This always happens where if I have a character whose main skill isn't intelligence, I play them like their intelligence is a 0. I don't want to do that, but that's just what I do.
I think that you are missing the directive here. But I do think that if we are going to save the guard, we will need to be, what is this word that I'm thinking of? Creative in how we approach.
Okay.
There are this is a test of out of character. This is a test of your creativity. I want you to tell me how you want to get around the traps, and I will set the DC and the appropriate rolls based on what you want to do.
I think being a forest guardian and being very nature-based, Homie's going to treat this like climbing trees. Because if you're trying to not fall into a pitfall trap, you need to go up rather than down, right? So he's going to see if there's a way to climb the side of the wall to get around the trap.
Okay, so hypothetically, it's not going to be a straightforward climb, but you see like these casks of ale that are kind of scattered around the room. You could climb up to the side of one of them, like get on top of it, and then like jump to another one, and then jump to another one, and you could make your way across that way.
Okay, so I think that's what he's going to try to do.
Sure. That is going to be a... Give me a strength for this one.
Is there a way I can help them?
I don't actually know if there is a help mechanic in this.
Oh, snap.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna look. I don't think so, though. But
Okay.
I think he's going to look back at Ursa and say,
Ursa, if I do not make it, watch out for Celia, please. Complete the directive.
Yeah. So you're going to be looking for... This is going to be a simple... This is because you actually don't get much of a benefit from knowing where the pitfalls are the way you're doing it. This is going to be a standard 15.
okay, all right. And this is strength, you said, right?
Yep. Strength to climb up and do the jumps.
Okay, that is 15 plus 6, 21.
You got it. So you are easily able to scale the sides of these wine racks and these casks, and you're just kind of Spider-Manning your way up there, leaping from one to another, and you are it is like nothing. You're cool. You are chill.
I'm a cool ranger that actually works.
And you make it to the other side, and you land right behind where Lagarde is sitting there.
Lagarde.
Okay. So I'll just follow what you did, huh? Okay.
And then he turns around towards you and says,
You should be able to follow my path if you're agile enough.
I think I could definitely try. I would like to use my one unique thing in this situation by listening carefully to where I hear the most, like, dead people and avoid those spots because those are probably the trickiest spots.
All right. So how are you physically making your way over? So like,
is there is there a secret path through it that we could try to follow?
You can literally just like walk across the floor. Like you can just do that.
I can avoid the pit traps that way.
What's the feature from the video game when you're avoiding with the most dead people? You can go, oh my god, recent video game. You could listen to like it like would tell you where other players died, so you could avoid it.
An Elden Ring, yeah.
An Elden Ring, yeah. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm imagining when you did that.
Yeah. So she's going to try to make her way across, keeping special attention to where she notices the most screams. So she's watching her step very carefully.
So are you listening for where the screams are and avoiding where those spots are?
Yes, essentially avoiding, because I don't know if she like sees the pit traps as clearly as Orion. So maybe she's kind of like using this kind of secondary set or this like sixth sense to figure out like, oh, if there's people screaming, or if there's like maybe not people, but like if there's like dead animals down there or something, she can hear them and be like, maybe I don't step there.
So, unfortunately for you, the cacophony of the rats is very loud.
Yes.
And it's very hard. It's very hard to figure out where exactly is the least quiet, is the least loud compared to the most loud.
Got it. This all sucks so hard.
I know there's no help action in this game, but I do think Orion would at least try, help her. Maybe, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just about to say that because you figured out where the traps are and can piece it out, basically the DC is going to be 10 instead of a normal 50.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
It is going to be your wisdom in this case, unless you're trying to like purposely like jump over these pits, or you more just kind of like and making your way through.
I would love it for jumping, actually. I'm much better at dexterity than I am at wisdom.
You know what? You can absolutely make this a more of an athletic showing then. Would
it be possible for me to, like, ask Milton to go? Because Milton has this thing called alert that lets him, like, perceive... I think it's called, like, alert or, like, sensitive to things. That's, like, the literal name. It's very silly. But his thing is he gets pluses on like ways to find things.
Oh yeah, go ahead and send Milton out. I don't know what Milton rolls.
It's just this +2 to wisdom, so I'm gonna assume just like +2.
Yep. So go ahead and roll Milton's wisdom plus any of your bonuses. You're looking for a 10.
He has a cat stat block, if that helps. I don't know what that is exactly.
I can probably look up real quick.
He got a 13 on the dice.
That's completely fine then. Okay, so
I know that as you're trying to cross. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say what Milton's basically able to do is Milton is able to like walk over, paw at where the traps are, and effectively trigger them for you.
Hell yeah!
So now it becomes, instead of it being used like trying to like stealth your way through, it is just jump over these holes.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, which would easily be a dexterity check.
Okay. Oh, I got a crit.
Yay!
Cool. All right. I don't think crits do anything super You know what? So, what's going to happen is this. So, you are able, as you are jumping over these pits, you look down into one of the pits, and you see something shiny and glowing.
Ooh.
And you know it's something magical. Oh. It's a good thing down there. And because you're so agile, you are easily able to just kind of like, as you're like jumping over it, like basically like parkour your way down there, like wall jump down there and wall jump your way back up. And you have a wand.
Wand!
Look at you!
So this wand is going to cast a mystery spell. Basically, you can use your action and tell me you're using the wand.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what happens.
Cool.
Yay.
I love it. I love it.
And you, Milton, and everyone is able to get across to where Lagarde is, back to you on in this chair.
I think poor Orion pokes him to see if he's real.
He's physical. So you poke his face?
Yeah, like just kind of poked him in the face.
I swear to the gods, if this person is made of rats.
So you poke his face. It's much furrier than you remember it being.
I do not think this is Lagarde.
I'm Lagarde, like definitely. And Lagarde is able to like turn his head towards you at this point, and it's a rat head.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's Lagarde.
I hate this place so much.
It's like, hey,
Were you a rat this entire time?
No, I think they turned me into a rat. But like honestly, like it kind of feels right, you know?
Yeah?
Like
you sure,
like,
buddy?
Yeah, you know, like I couldn't grow facial hair. You know, elves don't really grow like really nice, you know, like the full. Yeah, but no, this is great.
Okay.
And you notice Lagarde's hands are like little weird rat hands instead of normal full hands.
Listen, buddy, I'm really happy for you. I'm going to need you to put on a cloak or something so I don't have to look at your disgusting face.
Well, that's really rude. You know, I come here on behalf of the Elf Queen. Long may she reign.
Long may she reign.
And you're gonna look, whatever. So Lagarde's still tied up, by the way. Can you like at least untie me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, would you like me to throw him in the pit?
Hold off on that.
What is your problem?
Well, we don't actually know if you're actually Lagarde.
Yes, I am Lagarde. I'm just a big rat now. And I'm happy. Thank you very much. You know what? I was going to help you. I was going to help you take down the Rat King. I was going to stay. But You know what? Now I don't know. You know what? You think I'm ugly? You don't like me?
We did not say that you were aesthetically unappealing. We simply questioned your loyalty because you look like a member of the person's group that is opposing us. It is simple logic.
Ryan, I did call him ugly, actually.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't like
I do
that.
not think you are aesthetically unappealing. I simply think you are a rat.
You know what? I'm done with y'all. I'm done with this. Look, just take this, and he hands you a key that was on his person.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
Orion takes the key from you, hands it to Celia, then takes the chair and yeets it into the pit.
Oh yeah, the chair just goes
With him in it, like, because you know you never untied him. So.
Oh, you never did it in time.
No.
Go ahead and roll strength.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah.
This is probably the one time I ever killed a rando. I'm sorry.
Hell yeah. No, do it. You're chaos.
Okay, and that's a +5 to attack, so that's a 16? 17,
you're
17.
It's a chair. It's there. You basically like table flip the chair backwards into a pit, and like he's like, "What are you doing with the?"
I don't think that was Lagarde.
I agree. I do not think this was Lagarde either.
Also, Lagarde doesn't feel like a real name.
I agree. Suspicious all around.
Anyway.
The echoing scream hasn't stopped, by the way. It's still going.
And we should leave, or else we will listen to this for quite some time, I imagine.
And in front of you is a door.
That's the sound a lock makes.
You're putting that key in the door in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're opening the door that's in front of you.
I want to say yes, but you're making me nervous.
I just want to make sure. I'm
Celia
narrating
would
this
do
right.
that. Yes, she would open the door in front of her.
Cool. Well, hey, you know how I mentioned that things are not what they seem?
It's a mimic.
You open the door, and you go to open the door normally, and it just bursts out.
Oh.
And
No.
there is a large. You at first glance, it looks like a big rat because it's always rats.
Mm-hmm.
But you notice it is not, in fact, a big rat. A big rat. It is a spider. But actually, no, it's not a spider. It is a rat.
Oh god, it
In the
keeps
shape
changing.
of a spider.
It is you can't tell if it's a rat in the shape of a spider or if it's a spider in the shape of a rat.
It's like a drider, but it's a rider.
It's all right.
Perhaps we should have sacrificed the guard to this thing.
But we are now rolling initiative once again.
Yep. Whenever a DM does the thing of like, so you're stepping into the room.
It's like, oh, well, we're screwed now.
Hold on.
And as you roll initiative, it rears back on its legs and screams, "Welcome to the bonus challenge, idiots!"
And initiative is Dex, is that correct?
It is Dex plus your level.
Okay, so that's a 19 for Orion.
I got a Dex plus, okay. I got a 20 non-natural.
Woo!
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
That was my name back then. Anyway. So, it's going to go first because it has a 24.
Oh.
And
How
it
about
is
that?
going...
This is fine.
This is fine.
And it is going to rear back and it's going to bite. Celia's getting
I don't know.
a bit. Celia's getting a big bite.
Pew, pew,
My
pew.
AC is a 16.
16, you say.
Oh, yes.
Well, roll a 2, so you're fine. Good job. Good job, Spider Rat.
Crying, screaming internally, like, ah!
Ah! Okay, so that's what it's going to do.
Cool.
Who up next?
I believe it's me.
Huh?
I got a 20 non-natural.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. I'm gonna burning hands this thing.
Burning hands.
Yeah, that seems like the right thing to do. Oh man, that's not good. It is that plus my charisma, which is a 4, plus my level, which is 3, so plus 7. Does a 13 hit?
No, it does not hit.
Yeah. I do this, and then it's like smoke. Like, she's too freaked out by whatever the heck she's looking at. Well, that's my turn.
All right, Vixie.
Okay, Orion looks at this that happened and comments,
You should get creative. After all, if you keep using the same thing, you will be predictable.
as he pulls out his very predictable warhammer. So
really good advice.
And he he grabs onto his warhammer and like decides to try to beat the head of this thing in. That's what he's got.
I'm gonna beat the head in.
And try to smush a head in.
I'm assuming this is armor class.
Mm-hmm. Please. Warhammer, let's go. Okay. +6 is a dirty 20 and then yeah.
That's gonna hit.
So yeah, dirty 20 to hit. That's 3d8. So let's go.
3d8 plus 2, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. 3d8 plus 2. So let's go. That is a 3. Oh, that's a 4. Come on. And that's a 7. So 4 plus 7 is 11 plus 2 is 13 or 12. No, 13. 13. I can math.
13? Okay.
Yes.
It takes that much damage.
So just clonk.
Just clonk. Ah. All right, and the bear.
Yes, Ursa. And the Orion looks at Ursa and says, Ursa, new directive, defeat the spider creature object thing.
Defeat the thing that should not be.
Yes. All right.
Defeat the abomination.
Oh, that's cocked. Fuck me. All right, hold on. Oh, I hate it. I feel like when you get cocked dice, it's bad luck. All right, Ursa has some bonuses, right? What is it? Oh, I gotta go back to Animal Companion. Where'd you go, Animal Companion? Cheese and crackers. Ursa. +7 to AC. Okay, that's not going to be terrible. It's probably not great because that's a 6 plus a 7's a 13.
13 is going to miss.
Yeah, so I guess Ursa strikes out at the thing and it misses. And Orion looks back at Celia and says, I hope you are ready to get creative.
Yeah, I think so.
Come on, guys, let's get creative.
I've got a warhammer and a bear.
That's pretty creative.
I mean, I try.
All right. Well, that's going to be back to its turn.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to open 3 of its rat mouths.
Great.
And
Love that for me.
Spit out a black, like that black ichor that was coursing through you earlier, except this one's thicker and woven, as well as some kind of sticky, weird web oil thing.
No.
And it can hit the 2 nearby enemies. So it's going to target the big ass bear that is scary and the big ass rock wood person who is
Forge-born. I'm a forge-born.
So this is going to be versus your physical defense.
Where's that number?
It'd probably be, I think, near your yeah.
It's the PD number, right?
Yeah, it's PD, yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I know this is going to hit. That's a 22 versus Ursa.
Okay, I need to see Ursa's shit. Hold on.
Level 2, PD. Yeah, that's definitely going to hit.
And an 18 versus your PD.
It also hits.
All right. So each of you take 3 damage, and you are dazed until the end of its next turn.
What does dazed mean?
-4 penalty to attacks.
Okay. Okay, -2 to attacks, you said?
-4.
-4 to attacks. Okay.
That's no joking around numbers.
Dazed. Great. I wrote it down somewhere so I remember it.
It's like, why did you think this was the real Doris, silly people?
Yeah. I think now that they're stuck in place, Orion's like, Celia, I do not think, I believe that I have been compromised.
Oh, okay. Well, let's kill this thing and then we'll deal with that. Okay.
He's just stuck in there. He's like, he can't resist. He's like, what am I doing?
Oh no, there's a glitch.
Yep.
Now note, you're going to gain a +1 on all of your things because the escalation die is up.
Okay.
Yay! +1, but also -4.
Yeah.
So go ahead, sorcerer. Show us what you got.
All right, I'm going to get creative, and instead she's gonna smack her hands together. That was really loud. I'm so sorry.
Thunderclap, bitch!
And cast Chaos Bolt, which is a ranged spell, but can be used on a nearby enemy, which is confusing to me. But okay.
I'll take it.
It's also my first time using Chaos Bolt in this battle, and I get to determine a random energy type. And I've looked up what the different energy types are. It doesn't seem to tell me how to roll for one. There just is a long list of different energy types.
Okay, so it's going to deal ice damage. That's my random energy type. There you go. My randomly determined energy type. It doesn't have any particular weaknesses to energy, so it doesn't really matter.
Cool. All right. Charisma plus level. That is probably going to be not enough, but we'll find out. 12 plus my level is 3, so that's 15.
Did you factor in the +1 from...
and +1, yeah.
That's 16. That will hit.
So there's 3d8, and I will roll those now.
That's a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage. 6, 9... Oh, 15 points of damage, baby.
15 points of damage. Let's go.
Cold damage. Yeah, okay.
Bam. It got colded.
It got colded. And I say, how is that for getting creative?
Grade A.
Yes.
Why am I covered in ice? I'm a rat spider. We don't like ice.
Milton will keep watch on the situation to make sure no additional people join the fight. You never know.
We should find an alternative door.
Yes, we should, once we kill this one. And that is my turn.
All right. Go ahead.
Having watched, is this a daily spell for you or a recharge spell?
This is an at-will spell. I'm sorry.
You're killing me, Small.
I'm saving my dailies, but I can start using them more.
I just need one.
Okay.
Remember the mechanic we established at the beginning of this.
Right. Yes.
Italian hands this. Anyway, so I think he's gonna try to strike this thing again with his warhammer. Just like, all right, we're made of ice. This is gonna break easily, right?
Let's go.
All right.
You're at a net -3 on your die roll.
Cries in negative. All right.
Net -3.
So take your die, add all of your bonuses that you would normally add, subtract 3.
Okay, so that's +6 versus AC, so that's a 16 minus 3.
Ooh,
So it brings it back down to a 13. You would miss again.
We're not.
Oh, wait. It would be a 14 because of the +1 escalation die.
I factored that in.
We factored that in. Never mind. Flat.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was like super excited. I was like, oh, wait. No, I don't. Just made it hurt less.
Do you want the cat to roll for something while it's looking out?
Sure. He's going to take a look around with his cute cat eyes. I will pull up the cat stat block again. I had it up for a second and now I've lost it.
And then Ursa can try to go ape shit on this shit.
Go ahead, Ursa. Go ahead, Ursa. You can roll your attack while we're in that.
What? I think Orion like tries to swing and misses wildly, and like kind of shakes a little bit, like his programming's a little fucked. And he says, "Ursa, you must try instead of me. Perhaps you will have better luck." So, I don't know if Ursa gets the negatives applied to.
Ursa is dazed. Yes. So.
Okay, Ursa's also dazed.
Yep. So Ursa does not get the escalation die either.
Okay, so Ursa has a +7.
Yeah, so
that's 11 minus 3. Definitely misses.
What did you roll? Goodness, you're rolling nothing.
I rolled a 4.
Wow, we're good at this game.
For Ursa, yeah. Ursa was not having a good day. I rolled a 10 for poor Orion. I was like, this dice went from loving me to hating my existence, and I don't know why. So yeah.
All right.
I might actually switch die, because when my dice start rolling like shit, I start just rotating through die. Like, let's just swap them out. Bench them.
I'm still trying to find the cat stat block. It's harder. I thought I had it, but I guess I didn't. I'm just gonna have him do like a flat +2. He's just got a +2 to the alert feat he's got. So he's just gonna take a look around.
Take a look around.
That is an 11. So he looks with an 11.
There is definitely more to this room than meets the eye.
Oh, okay. Fun. Good.
That's it. Yeah.
Can Milton look around for another door too?
What's up?
I was talking to Katelyn. I think Milton can also look around
Milton
for another door. Multitasking.
Yes, I will let him do that.
Oh, I was going to say that was the roll too.
No, like it's later. Not now.
Yeah. Okay. So we are back on top with now we back in the rat. And this rat's going to punch Katelyn because Katelyn actually did something to it. It's like, oh. You're capable. I don't like that. Nom. So here comes a roll.
It's crusted with ice and shit, trying to bite you. Your worst fears realized.
Crusted in ice and shit. So this is going to hit. That's a 23 versus AC.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit.
All right. So that's going to be 24 damage.
What?
Wait. I'm sorry. I had to do a double take in my brain. I was like, 24? Ow?
Yeah.
Ow.
Okay, owie.
So how are you feeling?
13. I'm feeling 13.
Okay.
That's
in 13th age.
Wow.
We could just end the episode right there.
Oh God.
So you have been chomped by the rat spider.
Great. Love that.
Oh no.
Am I dazed now too?
No, daze is only from the web attack. This was its just big bite attack.
Okay.
But it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to cast a new spell, a daily spell.
Finally, at last, my moment has come.
The Breath of White.
Ooh.
Hold on, I had it pulled up and then I stupidly scrolled away from it like a dummy. I believe it is a regular, like, close-up ranged attack, so that should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then it is Charisma plus my level to hit.
Yep. +2.
+2. Okay. That's good, because I rolled really low. 9 plus 3 is a 12, plus 2 is a 14.
Oh my god!
Wait, do I do the +1 for the escalation die?
I'm factoring in the +1. It's a +2 to the escalation die.
Aye! Dang.
How it goes sometimes, you know? But I do have this thing that on a miss once per day, I can use the the drow ability called Cruel that I can deal 5 damage once per day against something that I miss on.
Oh, that's cool.
So 5 damage anyway.
Bow.
Hellish rebuke.
Hellish rebuke. I mean, hey, that's not nothing.
Mm-mm.
Does Breath of White have a miss effect or no?
It does not, I don't believe. I think it would normally hit my friends too, but I have precise shot, which means that I can avoid them with my ranged attacks.
So that wand that you picked up earlier, as you cast that spell, it starts to glow white.
Ooh, that's cool.
Oh, snap.
Oh, sorry, on a miss it's half damage, so it does actually take damage.
There you go.
I will get the wrong spell. It will still take 5d6 of damage. So I'll take half of this.
Oh, so I say it's like 5d6. That's half.
11, 13. So 7. If I have it, it's 7 points of damage.
All right.
Yeah.
It is taking its damage.
Still some points on the board. Okay. I really like that you get to roll so many dice.
You do roll a lot of dice in this game.
I like that.
Yes. So, you know what? There wouldn't be rollies if you didn't have the rollies bit, right? Anyway, so is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yay! Okay, so I think Orion watches what Celia is doing. Mm-hmm. And it's like his whole body's shaking because that's how I'm manifesting this dazed effect because he's having trouble kind of...
The daze is worn off.
Oh, it has worn off. Great.
Yeah.
So he's done shaking. And he says to himself, I have to get creative. And little sigils on his body begin to glow. He has a feat called Fey Queen Enchantment. Mm-hmm. And it allows him to cast a spell from the sorcerer class. Ooh. And since he just saw his friend Celia, who's a sorcerer, cast a spell, I'm going to be casting Breath of Weight.
Alrighty.
On the rat.
And you took the feat for this, right? So you can use basically use your highest stat instead of having to use charisma.
Yes, exactly. I did take the feat so I can use my highest stat on this, which is my dex.
Let's go. Dex magic caster.
Let's go.
Take that, other guy. All right. So I just roll for it and add my dex mod, right?
Yep. Roll for it, add your dex mod plus your level plus 2.
Right. Wow, I need to switch dice again. Okay. So +6 +2, that's a 15 to hit.
No!
I am aware. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we did factor in the +2, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jeez, and it's a ranged attack. No, there's nothing else I can add to it.
Yeah, you do deal half damage on a miss, though.
Yeah, okay. So, and, I have, for ranged attack, I have 3d8, but is there something else that I roll for Breath of Weight?
Yeah, what did you roll?
It was 5d8.
5d8, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use the spell damage, not your...
Sorry, 5d6, might be.
5d6, okay, I was ready to roll a d8. Okay, 3, 7, 9, +5, 14, 7 points of damage. 7 is my lucky number. I get a new shoe and I get a new pair of shoes, right?
You're getting consistently with that 7.
Yeah.
All right, bear time.
Okay, Ursa is going to hit with a new fucking die. Jeez. It's a good thing I have plenty of dice. I'm just gonna rotate through them. Eventually, one of them's gonna like me.
Get out of dice jail.
Oh, Ursa, let's go. 18 on the die plus her modifiers. Yeah. Finally, Jesus.
Yeah, you finally hit with something.
Yes. Okay, that's 18 plus 7. We're good.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yeah. So, where Orion got creative and used this Breath of Weight spell, and then Ursa, when the rat kind of misses the rat, maybe the rat's feeling confident or something, and then Ursa comes in with a yeah.
All right, how much damage?
Yeah, that's right. I gotta roll damage. Shit, I was just like, I hit him! Yay!
Yeah.
No, it's nothing. Let's see. 2d6 for damage. All right, Ursa, roll high for me. Let's go. That's a 6 on the die for the first one. Yeah, buddy.
Ooh.
Double 6s. 12 points of damage. Plus, wait, 2d6. Yeah, just 2d6. 12 points of damage.
We take that.
Mm-hmm. Just hear a roar as Ursa wails on this thing.
And now it is tangled up with this spider. The spider is not happy. We're ticking up the escalation die. Let's go get those bonuses. And the spider is going to try to chomp at Ursa.
Ursa, no!
What is Ursa's armor class?
18.
That is going to hit on an 18.
Shit.
Actually, do you hit on a tie?
Meets it, beats it usually, but
Yeah, usually it's meets it, beats it.
as it was foretold in the scroll.
Equal or higher you hit. So Ursa's taking 24 damage.
Ursa, no!
Ursa, no!
Let's see. Oh, God. My poor Ursa. Ursa's not doing so great.
I don't think anyone here's doing great.
Minus 24 or 28?
Yeah, 24 damage.
Yeah, Ursa's not doing good. Ursa took some shit. Ursa ain't great.
So the spider effect, like, I'm imagining that Ursa, like, chomps down on the spider. The spider basically, like, flips the script and is now, like, pounced on Ursa. It's got, like, Ursa down on its back, and it's just like, go. And Ursa's flailing, making bear noises.
Ursa, no!
It's miserable.
Okay, I believe it's my turn to...
It is your turn.
I'm going to try to put an end to this. First, for my Breath of the White, I have a thing called Breath Weapon that sorcerers get, that if I roll a d20 at the start of each turn, and if I get a 16 plus, I can use the spell again.
Oh, cool. Look, you've been always resourceful.
I did not get a 16 plus.
No.
So that is not an option to me. That's okay. I'm going to Chaos Bolt it again.
Chaos Bolt.
Charisma plus level.
Plus 3.
Oh no! It's not a nat 1, but it is a 3. It's not gonna hit, no.
I like how you've been progressively rolling worse as this fight.
know.
The bonus is going up, but your rolls are going down, so it's balancing out.
Damage. They still take half
That's
damage.
the downside to the bonus going up is what if your player's dice just say, fuck off?
Wait, they take half damage on a miss with your at-will cast ball?
Yeah, it says miss damage equal to your level.
Okay,
then 3. Okay. 3 damage.
Okay.
My bad. I'm thinking of the breath thing. That's half
Breath
damage.
of White. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have 6 spells, but they're so hard to track.
It's taking this damage. Vixie.
Okay. I think Orion wants to Orion wants to use this spell, but Orion does not have precise shot, so Orion could hit Ursa in this.
That's true.
And Orion does not want to hurt Ursa, so I think Orion's gonna charge at this spider with his warhammer and try to just knock it into next week.
Let's go. Let's deal some damage.
All right. Let's go, little die. Roll high. Let's go. I believe in you. You've got the power.
Roll above a 10 for once, please.
18 on the die.
Go. You finally hit.
Yes. Plus 6 is a very high number.
Yes.
8 plus 6 is 24.
24 plus 3 from the escalation dice.
Yes, plus 3 from the escalation die. So, yeah, 27. Let's go.
Roll that damage.
Damage, and that was knocks it into next week. Let's go. Don't hurt my bear. Leave my bear alone.
3d8 plus 2.
That's 6
okay
for the first roll, and 8 for the second. Or no, that's a 3 for the second roll. So that's a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, 8. Give me an 8. That's another 6. Still not bad. That's 15 plus 2 is 17 points of damage total.
17. Look at you.
Don't touch my bear.
Congratulations, y'all. It's staggered.
Woo! I think Ursa, not Ursa. I think as Orion rushes the thing, you just hear, "Don't touch my bear, you beast!" Whack!
Ow! That hurt. Why would? Okay, I mean, I am killing your bear. I guess that makes sense. Okay, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. You got me. Bear time.
Yeah, bear time. Ursa now gets to attack. Yay! Come on, Ursa, let's go. All right, Ursa. Oh, that's a 19 plus 7 for
that
Ursa.
Hit.
Yes,
we're finally hitting.
19 plus 7. That's 2d6 of damage for Ursa. That's a 4. Double 4s. So 4 plus 4 is 8 points of damage.
All right, we're getting there.
Oh wait, I think is there a modifier at that? No, I think it's just 2 6s. Yeah, 2d6. So just the 8s.
All right, Spider's done playing around. Spider's gonna go. It's gonna rear back and try to shoot some webs.
No!
And it rolled a 1. So,
amen.
I will give an option because it's engaged with Ursa, it's engaged with you. One of you gets to I'll let one of you make an attack against the spider. As basically it like rears back to shoot webs and it's just like gets caught in its throat, so it's like and it's like staggering a bit, giving you an opening.
Yes, I think Orion's gonna take it.
All right.
So I'm gonna try to attack with my warhammer.
Cool. Are you going for damage, or would you like to go for something? Because you also have these bottomless pits near you.
It's true. I think he's gonna try to knock it into the bottomless pit, since like killing it is obviously not a thing that we're doing, right? So.
So this is going to be a roll your strength on this, and I'll even let you go ahead and add the escalation die as well.
Okay, strength, and then the escalation die is a +3.
4.
So
it's 4 now. Yeah, we've tacked
Okay,
up.
so it's a 9 plus 9. Let's go. Roll high. 18 plus 9. That
right.
Yes.
So I'm going to give it a chance die to see if it is able to catch itself.
I'll roll damage while you're doing that. Still does damage. That's a 7. Is that a double? No, that's a 7 and a 4. So it'll do 11 points of damage.
Okay. So describe how you knock this thing into a pit.
Hell yes. Okay. So Ursa's on the ground. Ursa's bleeding. Like Orion's trying to defend Ursa and Celia, and you just hear like there's a little like green glow from him as like little motors inside of him kind of make some like very angry noises as if he's powering up, and then he just whacks this thing into next week. It just like rears back with his hammer and pwah, spittle flies in the air, fucking web, whatever the hell it's got in its mouth.
So it flips back on its back into this pit, and you can see its legs like flicker around trying to get a grasp on the lid of the rim, and it's not, and it's just, oh no, you beat the secret challenge.
Sorry, bye. Okay. Whew, and I see just like the. Whew, okay.
It's like, all right, we did that. What was it? Orion like. Orion's just standing there holding his hammer, fucking black web shit dripping off said hammer. They're dripping in black web shit because they got sprayed. Like now they have web shit and rat shit because they got sprayed with rat shit earlier too.
You need a proper bath after this.
I would like to find the way out of this place.
Yeah. Hey Milton, did you find anything, buddy?
And at this point, Milton is like landed on one of the kegs, and you can see a very obvious door built into the side of this keg that you didn't notice before for some reason. It's just like it's one of those like Where's Waldo things that you can't find Waldo, and then someone points out. It's like Waldo's head is like this big on the page. It's like, how did I miss that?
What? Yeah. Righto. Good man, Milton. Milton like lands back on the shoulder.
Orion's like helping Ursa up, like very gently, like making sure Ursa is like more or less okay.
How is Ursa doing?
Not well. It would seem that the spider battle took its toll on poor Ursa.
Oh, me too, Ursa, me too. But if we get this done soon, my plan is I'm going to just blow the bag. In whatever this next challenge is, bag's blown. And hope that there's only 3, because that feels like a challenge thing, 3 challenges. We get there and it's gonna be like 6, who knows. So can Ursa fight one more fight?
He looks at Ursa, who's at 12. Not without being able to tend to her wounds. I will not risk Ursa's life in this way. No, that's fair.
Me and Ursa I have 1 hit point more than Ursa. So, do you know how to heal?
Unfortunately, it is not my specialty. The High Druid is the one who knows how to heal. Right. My purpose is to defend and prevent wounds.
Is there someone knocking on the door?
You hear a knock from the other side of the cask door.
Who is it? Oh boy. All right. I'm going to take the risk and turn this on.
Grabs you by the arm.
Okay.
You are clearly not able to take another hit. Allow me to do
I'll
this.
stand back.
Walks towards door, opens door, like.
Okay. So you open the door. On the other side is another big mouse. It's a big mouse this time.
Okay.
It is white fur, wearing a waistcoat. In one hand, it's holding like a covered dish. It's like, oh, you beat the bonus challenge, did you?
Yes,
we did.
Oh, excellent! Come on. It's a safe place in here. Don't worry. You don't have anything to worry about. Everyone.
Can I insight check?
It very obviously not lying.
Okay.
You actually see behind, it looks like a small little dining room.
Okay.
Set up.
What the heck is this?
Okay, yeah, I think Orion's gonna keep his body in front of Celia and Ursa as they enter, though, just as an extra precaution. He still has his warhammer out as well, because he does not know what to expect from anything. So,
come in, everyone. You've it looks like you've really been put through the ringer on this one.
You're right.
I am covered in excrement. It is suboptimal for my operations.
Oh, yeah, we can take care of it. Come on, sit down. And you see these nice large soft chairs in this dining room. They're surrounding a nice table. You got some food out there. Different kinds of cooked meat and greens. Glasses set alongside. And you can take a rest here.
Yay.
This is a nice chill spot.
Thank goodness.
So let me look up how resting works specifically.
Celia,
can I have a food?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, can I have a bath? He's still covered in shit, this poor
Celia
guy.
The food and goes, is this gluten-free?
Sure.
Okay. But if I get the runs later, you're the one I'm going to be cursing.
You are eating food prepared by a large white mouse after fighting a rat spider in the basement of a tavern.
It's been a day.
It is as free of gluten as you want it to be, madame.
Thank you.
There is a saying that says beggars cannot be choosers.
But have you considered that the beggars have a sensitivity to gluten?
That sounds like a you problem.
It is. It is a me problem.
All right. So you can spend any number of recoveries you have. Every character has 8 recoveries.
How do we use recoveries?
Is it a D6? Mine is a D6 plus 3.
Oh, is it like a hit die?
It's like a hit die.
It's basically a hit die, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
got it.
It's going to be based on your whatever your class is.
Okay, so I have 8 recoveries, and then my recovery roll says 3d8 plus 2. So I roll 3d8?
Yep, for each recovery you spend, you roll 3d8 plus 2.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 1.
Yep.
Can I spend it on Ursa, actually? Because I'm good.
Actually, I don't know how your animal companions function with healing.
It just has an HP.
Oh, 1d6 times my level. Okay. Got it. So 3d6.
Animal companion rules. Animal companion rule. Animal companion can be healed like an ally if it gets healed about you being healed. Okay, so you can When you use a recovery while next to your animal companion also heals using a free recovery.
Okay, great. So I can just.
All right. So now use my recovery. 3d8. That's an 8. 8.
All right,
8 plus 8 is 16. And a 5. 16 plus 5 is 21. 21 plus 2 is 23.
Yep.
So-
So both of you will heal 23.
That actually overheals me. Like I'm back at max. So that's
Woo!
yeah. Like, okay, I'll take it. And then Ursa is back at max too.
Excellent.
Yay, Ursa's safe. That
Like
was my
you-
big thing. Not my bear.
You deal a lot of damage, but also you like heal a lot of damage for free.
Yes, Rangers. They're not broken here.
I like that this game is very preoccupied with like, what if the number were big?
Yes.
Number big.
Have you considered big number? Better number? All right, I'm back to full 2.
Okay, well, excellent, everyone. Looks like you all nicely recovered. So what you want to do, if you go right back out the door you just went into, that should take you right to the final challenge.
Thanks.
There's another challenge? I thought we were finished.
Who are you?
Oh, don't worry about me.
Okay.
The Elf Queen says hello, by the way.
Oh, well, if Her Majesty sent you, then of course, this must be gluten-free. Let's go.
All right, ta-ta now.
Gives a
Ta-ta.
little bow. Leaves.
So you exit from the door you went into, and you step out of the tavern back into the town.
Got it. Well, here's my theory. What are the chances that we're gonna have to fight Hamlin now?
If we fight Hamlin, not Ham, we can find out if he's made of ham.
That's true. That's true. You got me there.
You see Hamlin's just sitting in the town square, playing the flute. Little do 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 do.
Hey!
You know,
Leans in.
I do not think he is prepared for battle.
Good.
Oh, excellent! Y'all managed to survive. Look at you. You cleared the rats out of the tavern.
Yep.
We're more resilient than we look.
All right. I think it's time for your final test, don't you think?
Yes, I do, but I have things to do, and I'd love to get out of here. I assume you have things to do.
I do. And would you like to know what that thing is?
Is it fighting us?
It's your final challenge.
Yep, there it is.
And you hear the ground almost seems to rumble as rats begin pouring out of each of the buildings, from over the town wall, from around and behind you, and they all coalesce onto Hamlin.
Oh,
And they all say in unison, "It's time for your pop quiz!"
oh.
There's like a little weird little do 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 music coming from somewhere, and you see rats round up around the sides. They start clapping and applauding as Hamlin stands covered in rats.
Hey, okay. I'm pretty good at trivia. I go to a bar trivia with some of my mates every once in a while, so let's have it.
Excellent. Now, of course, this wouldn't be a normal trivia if it wasn't, it's a trivia, but it's gonna be a little spicier. Don't get questions wrong.
Okay.
I don't recommend getting questions wrong.
Warhammer in hand.
And we're gonna roll initiative.
Yeah, there it is.
Giggity.
Oh.
Gotta switch die again. That was a natty one.
Hey, better on initiative than anything else.
So I mean, yeah, it's a 7, big 7 for Orion.
I got a 13.
Okay. Pull up Hamlin's stat block real quick. All right, Hamlin is going to go first. And Hamlin looms over you. There's these big fists hanging above the both of you. All right, your first question. What is the name of this town?
Candlewood?
Who goes next?
I think I do.
I have
Okay.
I have a 7. Big
You have a
7.
7? Okay. So that is your turn. So you have the option. You can attack, or you can answer the question.
How done with this shit is Celia? Candlewood.
Congratulations! You got the question right. Go ahead and roll damage. Go ahead and roll damage as though you cast your white breath.
Okay. Just 3d6. 15.
15. All right. So the little buzzer goes off, signaling you got the question right. The rats applaud. It's a good time as rats on his person just start exploding.
Oh,
into
Lord in
into
heaven.
confetti.
Oh,
Oh God.
the elf queen's breath.
I mean, I'm a robot, so I don't have much to say about this, but like me, the player, is like,
Orion,
horrific.
what would you like to do on your turn?
Oh, it's me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see. I think Orion like holds his warhammer and says, "What is your question?"
All right. So would the bear like to do anything?
I think Ursa's holding for Orion's signal.
Okay. What is the name of the city where you set those people on fire and pissed off the Prince of Shadows?
Do I know this?
I said it once.
Yeah, Hamlin did mention it earlier.
As your
Rack's
turn.
brain. Rack's brain. Fuck.
You can attack or you can answer the question.
And I think Ursa. I think at this point, Orion looks at Celia and says, "I think I shall choose a more violent route," and takes a swing with his warhammer.
You know, I was hoping you would because I didn't want to be the one to break the ice, but if you want to do it, let's go.
All right. You're looking for he has an AC of 20.
Oh, fabulous! I love this for me. This, you know.
We love to hear it.
Yeah. He's doing his best, my little robot. Come on.
That's a natural 20. 26.
Love it.
Tired of
Oh
this
my God.
shit. All right. Roll your damage and double it.
Yes. Okay. Go, little robot. I believe in you. All right. That's a 4. That's a 2. Come on. Baby needs an 8. And that's a 6. Okay.
6, 6, 12. 24 points of damage
Yeah,
plus
okay.
2 is
Well,
26.
you add the 2 and then you
Oh,
double.
sorry. So that would be 12, 14, so 28.
Nice, 20 points of damage. And how much damage did you deal with your? It was like 15, right?
Yeah.
As Hamlin goes to like swing down for you not answering the question, and you basically just like baseball the fist back.
Yes.
It flies back, cracks him in his own head as more rats explode.
And I think, well, is Ursa going to go?
Ursa can absolutely take an attack, yeah.
Yes, because I was going to say Ursa is also waiting for Orion's signal. If Orion's attacking, she's gonna attack. All right.
Let's fucking go.
Except for Ursa rolled a 4 plus the 7's an 11.
Yeah, that's
That's not gonna do jack.
that is Slightly less than what you need.
I think like instead of actually attacking, Ursa's gonna give this little like growly growl, like grr, like that other guy. Yeah, like
I'll show you. Well, then, that was interesting. Well, I hope you were paying attention earlier, gang. Your next question. What is Lagarde's sister's name?
I don't feel like that came up.
Well, unfortunately, he was going to tell you. He had this whole thing prepared, and then someone threw him into a bottomless pit.
Someone turned him into a rat first.
He wanted to be a rat. He was happy. He had a beard for the first time in his...
I'm still convinced that was actually him.
You told us that things were not as they seemed. Therefore, we must rid ourselves of the suspicious threat.
Like the room. It was, and like he's like warming up to it. He like actually likes to settle. It's like no, it was a puzzle room. Okay.
No, we got the puzzle right. You're just mad that we got it right.
Lagarde was just a guy.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes, I did that to him.
We'll see about that, mister.
That you were playing in.
He is probably still falling anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
Meg yelling from inside the tower.
whose turn is it right now?
Yours.
Okay, great. I'm going to cast. Am I technically in close quarters with this guy or no?
You can move into close quarters if you
I want to move into close quarters.
Yep.
And I'm going to use Breath of the Green. It is one of my 3rd level spells.
Oh.
And it is a daily spell.
Nice.
So you know. And it is my charisma level plus my level.
Yep. And go ahead and add 2 to this when the escalation die.
Okay. That is a 16 on the dice.
Okay.
So charisma, which is 22.
That hits.
Okay. It is 15 plus charisma ongoing poison damage.
Oh god. So what's your charisma?
My charisma is it just the modifier?
Yeah, it's the modifier.
4. So
19 ongoing.
19 ongoing poison damage. And yeah. I use my breath weapon at him. I go, ha! It's like it's like bad breath.
And the wand on your person starts glowing green.
Yes. Whoa! I gotta use the wand. I'm gonna do that next turn. All right, that's my turn.
All right. Okay, that means it's me, right? Yeah, okay, I'm ready. I think that Orion sees Celia casting again, and he grips onto his warhammer, and his eyes glow green as he also casts Breath of the Green on.
Can you do it multiple times? I thought you just got one spell.
Oh wait, so then would I be using Breath of the White if I was going to cast a spell again?
Well, it's daily spell, and you've only used your daily spell.
Ah.
Yeah.
So, does that mean because I've got copies what he sees, but I don't know how daily spells work.
Basically, a daily spell, you get it back when you take a full heal, not just a recovery. A recovery is like a short rest. You get it back on a long rest.
On a long rest. Okay, so then he wouldn't be able to cast anything.
Yep.
So I think instead of that, he'll strike at. He sees Celia cast the spell, and will try to capitalize on it by striking at Hamlin again.
Go ahead and strike at Hamlin. You're getting a +2 to this on top of everything else because the escalation die.
Come on, baby needs a pair of shoes. Let's go. Okay. All right.
+6 is 18, +2 is dirty 20.
That will hit.
Yay! Okay, so
you're doing a lot better this fight than you were last time.
Because I switched die. I told you if I switch die enough, one of them is bound to roll not ass. Okay.
That will do it.
That's an 8. No, that's a 3.
3s and the 8s look similar on this die. A 3.
That's a 4, so for a 7. Come on, roll high, last guy, roll high. It's a 3, 4, and a 5. So 7 plus 5 is 12. Plus an additional 2 is 17 points of damage.
17,
Right?
okay.
Is that correct?
Well, not bad.
That sounds about math.
Okay, that sounds about math. So Ursa takes her turn. After me.
Ursa.
Come on, Ursa. You just hear Ursa grumble and groan as she gets ready to do something. Don't know what yet, though. Ursa's not rolling well.
Oh.
It's a 15
Oh.
to hit. Poor Ursa. So, I believe if that's correct. Where is it? Yeah, it's a 15 to hit for her. I don't think that hits.
Nope.
No, so she just does a little, like, another little, like, angry grumble around, like, "Bleh," you know, from behind Orion. Like, she's cheering him on, but she's not getting involved in this fight yet.
Nope.
And that's my turn.
All right. Your next question. I cannot think of any more questions. And he's going to punch both of you.
Great!
That seems fair.
All right, guys. So
I do not think you are playing by the rules of this game very well.
you punched me first.
Yeah, that's because you asked us a question we could not possibly know the answer to.
If we were going to get punched anyway, might as well punch first.
All right, so your first attack is a right now.
I'm already like, great. I gotta look at ICs.
Yeah. So I mean, it's you have a 19. That's going to hit you. And I know you have less than a 19, so that's going to hit you as well, Katelyn.
Okay, so I'm getting my ass whooped. Cool.
Both of you are going to take 15 damage.
Fuck.
That's good. This guy goes up. He's going to take his 1,000,000 poison damage.
1,000,000. All the poison damage. Take that, you fool.
And then try to make a save. And he is not going to save against the poison. The poison continues.
Woo!
Poison ever burrows. All right.
Go, Celia, go.
Okay.
Now you're now getting +3 on your rolls.
Yay!
Okay, I'm going to cast Chaos Pulse. It is another one of my 3rd level spells.
Oh.
It is an at-will spell that targets a random enemy nearby. And it's similar to Chaos Bolt, but it's just a bigger version of that.
Okay, so you said it's a random enemy?
Random enemy nearby. Yep.
Roll me a d20.
Okay.
Tell me if you roll below an 11.
I rolled a 12.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay, you hit Hamlin.
Oof.
Okay. And then I'm gonna roll to attack. That is a 15 on the dice, +7. So that, yeah.
I'll hit, yeah.
Okay. And this is 3d10 plus
Go.
my
3d10 is an at-will. That seems pretty good.
I know, right?
Get it. Let's go.
I mean, that's really good. Okay, it's 2, 11, woo, 19 plus my charisma, which is 4, so 23, yeah.
Math.
All right. Vixie.
It's me, Mario. Okay, so I think Orion sees that we're kind of doing some stuff here, like good stuff, like this. We're slowly making Hamlin pay for shit, and he's gonna take another swing, swing with his warhammer. Let's go.
Let's go. Add a +3 to this. Don't forget.
+3. Roll high, baby. Let's go. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's not a good roll.
Okay, so that is +6, +3, so that's 9, 15 to hit.
Nope, it's gonna miss.
It's gonna miss.
Yeah.
Orion swings and misses, and I'm gonna swap die again. It was hot die for a minute. Time to find another die to roll. And then Ursa's gonna go, but I'm rolling a whole new ass die for Ursa.
All right,
So-
Ursa.
All right, let me pull. Where are you, my D20? There we go. Live there for a minute, dice. All right. And still shitty. No matter what I do, it's a 12 to hit for her.
That is gonna miss, yes.
Also balls. Okay, so that guy's going away. We're not using that guy. I'm gonna just switch dice until I get a good roll. But anyway, yeah, that's my turn. That's it. That's all she wrote for me.
So the escalation die is at 4.
Okay.
And you can see as the fight progresses that as the rats are exploding and bits are flying off and everything is awful, and you're doing a number on Hamlin, you see
Everything is awful.
everything is awful. You see like a face made of rats open up on its chest
I just hate this so
ew.
much.
as the poison is corrosing through, and it feels like it might be on its last legs. And you know what? That's it. I'm taking you down with me!
Oh no!
And all the rats form into like a giant spirit bomb over Orion.
No!
And just slams down.
Ah!
We're going to roll. So because the escalation die is above 4, he's going to crit on a 16 plus.
French toast pastries. Okay. Oh,
Let's see what I roll.
No.
this
So that
is
is
the worst.
so he's going to roll a 19.
Yeah.
Oh, pizza
Right.
beats it.
So that is going to be a crit
Yeah.
for 90 damage.
Yeah, Orion's dead. No more Orion. He's done.
Just
Yeah. Yep.
But with that final slap, the poison and the fire and the hitting takes its toll, and all the rats begin to just kind of rain down from this creature. And where there was a giant fist, there's just a puddle of dead rats, a very broken Orion,
Yes.
a very sad bear,
Sad bear.
and Hamlin panting on the ground as he looks up at you. Well. Looks like you win.
Oh, actually, wait. I forgot.
What's your favorite?
Forgeborn have a feature.
What's the feature?
Never say die.
What does Never Say Die do?
I have to find out because I didn't realize I was gonna have to use it. Let me see. Never say die.
The number of things that had to go right for that to happen.
Okay. When you roll 16 plus on your never say die save, take an extra standard action next turn. But what does that mean?
What does... are you looking at the feature or you're looking at the feature?
I'm looking at the racial feat.
Don't look at the feat, look at the feature.
Okay, hold on. There it is. Tieflings. Clouds or classes, no. Forgeborn. Where are you, Forgeborn? Halflings? F is for Forgeborn.
Whenever you drop to 0 HP or below, roll a normal save if you have a recovery available. On 11 or higher, instead of falling unconscious, you stay on your feet and can heal using a recovery. Add the recovery hit points to... So, you roll below 0 or below. Roll a save.
Fucking what the hell?
11 or higher.
Okay, all right, let's go. New die.
I have a quick question too.
Mm-hmm.
What is a quick action? Is that something like a bonus action?
It's basically a bonus.
Okay, never mind then.
Exactly a 12. I will take that shit.
So imagine this scene. This big rat spirit bomb falls versus like this explosion of sweltering meat and poison, caustic, bubbling shit. It's awful. And I imagine like Serena.
Celia, you almost got me to do it. It's not fair.
So like I imagine Celia's just like standing there like, no, my friend. And the rats begin to fall and collapse. Like Ursa's like sobbing and crying. It's one of those sad moments. And as the rats fall, you just see Orion just standing there,
Still.
just completely still.
Oh,
Completely still like.
hey, buddy, how you doing?
That was quite the impact.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're still standing.
I am too.
Let's get out of here.
Like, what was Hamlin still alive? Was he out of breath or something?
Yeah, Hamlin is. Well, looks like you win this round. I'll send your regards to the Prince of Shadows.
Please do.
Pretty sure he won't be bothering you anymore.
Well, until I set fire to his next wizard, but yes.
Maybe. Okay. Next time
Perhaps tell his wizard to be less rude next time, so they do not upset Celia.
Next time you do that, I'm getting the other guy. Fuck. I don't know. That's God. And just like stands up, dusts himself off. Okay, everyone, you can come out now. Fun's over. I'm leaving. Bye. He just turns and just starts playing as more rats like come and like lift him off the ground. And just carries him out of the town. You see lights turn on in the windows. Yo, is that weirdo gone yet?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. He was a freak. All those rats.
Yeah, that sucked. Do you guys have like a shower I could use?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, come on in. And you're given a hero's welcome to the town.
Amazing.
There's much feasting and
Despite the murder we
rejoicing.
did.
About a week of cleanup of all of the rat corpses. And with that, the curtain closes on a very strange, exciting adventure in the world of 13th Age. Thank you for playing.
Woo! What a fun adventure.
Awesome.
I really thought I died, and apparently I didn't.
I also thought you died.
Yes, I forgot about the Forgeborn Never Say Die feature. I was like, hey, wait a minute. I have a thing about this.
About the word die.
Yes.
I also like how it's something like it doesn't specify, it doesn't proc when you die. It's just
Right.
if you drop to 0 or below, don't. It's like, oh, okay.
No, like, okay. I like this feature. Suddenly I'm glad I picked a
That's
Forgeborn.
a pretty good feature.
Yep. Suddenly I'm glad I picked a Forgeborn. I can English, not today. Anyway, that was our playthrough of 13th Age. A huge thank you to Winter for GMing the game for us. And big thank you to everyone for watching us. Thank you so much. Why don't we tell our audience where they can find you guys one more time, and then we will bid everyone a fond good night.
Sure. You can find me at HeyCaitlyn_S on Twitter or at my website, heykaitlyn.com. And you can find me in the stars, baby. I don't know.
Finger guns. Finger guns.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's going to be on camera forever.
Oh, I hate that.
And you can find my team, Cybernetic Coven, all of our work and all of our various projects we have cooking. You can find us at cyberneticoven.com as well as on Twitter at cybercovenart.
Okay, great. And of course, I'm your friendly neighborhood GM and player here at the Pocket Dragon. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Weal or Woe and had a fun time watching our playthrough of 13th Age. We encourage you to try the game yourself. Give it a shot. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll feel differently. We don't know. You won't know until you try. In any case, have a great night. Bye now.
Bye.